Whenever I'm gearing up to make something new, I end up hunting for reference material, something tactile to spark ideas.
Case in point, this stack of vintage 1990s Pogs, which I picked up for a steal on eBay. You're probably wondering, why is he buying 32-year-old cardboard? What creative purpose could that possibly serve? And we will get back to that. But first, let's take a look at the haul.
I went for this lot not just because of a good price, but because there's a wide selection of different series represented here. We've got a few Pogs from Series 1, which was the main reason I went for this listing and which I actually completed when I was a kid. Then there's a couple from the Weetabix Pogs promotional line, which I've forgotten all about, but I also had. Then there's a Cadbury's promo series, which I had no idea existed. And then a load from the World Tour series, which, if I remember rightly, was basically Series 3.
If you're around at the time, you might recall that as soon as Pog became a hit, a load of other brands flooded the market. The World Pog Federation leaned into this by calling itself Official, in an attempt to make anything without the Pog brand look cheaper by comparison. And 10-year-old Joe here, well, he fell for it hook, line and sinker. As a kid, it was very important to me that my Pogs were on brand, and I missed out on a lot of cool stuff because of that. But luckily, I'm not quite so narrow-minded now.
It was these Series 1 Pogs with the big deal art that gave the line its edge. Whilst at the time I was already hugely into comic strips and cartoons, I think that this is the first time that lowbrow hot rod style art properly came onto my radar in any meaningful way.
My eBay haul didn't come with any keenies, so I went back to the bay and bought this, an unofficial metal slammer from Big Deal's Cool Caps.
Seeing this listed piqued my curiosity, as this looks like Pog art, but it's on a metal slammer which the World Pog Federation didn't make. It turns out Big Deal was actually a hot rod artist and cartoonist called Dave Deal. After Series 1, he split from the official Pog line to create Big Deal's Cool Caps, which came with these metal slammers.
And so as far as taking my first step into the world of unofficial Pogs, there's probably no better place to start. Let's see if this thing still works.
Yeah, that is still pretty fun. As a kid, I could sense that Pogs were running out of steam after Series 2, and looking at them now, it's a shift in the artwork that really jumps out. These later designs feel more polished and more commercial. It all feels a lot safer. That said, there is something that really stands out when you look at these Pogs now, and that is, well, I'm not really sure that some of these designs will be okay by today's standards.
In the 90s, we had a very different view on international stereotypes. You've just got to look at a film like Independence Day to see how popular culture really painted people all over the world in incredibly broad strokes. But even so, there are some choices here.
We've got the Arabian Pogman with a gold tooth, the international symbol for dodgy wealth. Then there's a Pepe Le Pew vibes French Pogman with a beret and garlic necklace. And then there's a Japanese sword-wielding Pogman. I mean, this is a very cool milk cap design, but the slanted eyes just don't sit right.
With Pog World Tour being basically international stereotypes, the series, I honestly don't think it's something that a toy company would approve of and manufacture today. And weirdly enough, that ties directly into the idea that I'm working on. A zine called The Unofficial Guide to Rejected Pog Designs.
Made by yours truly, this is a 16-page black and white A6 mini-comic full of proposed Pog designs, along with editor's notes for each one detailing why it didn't make the cut. It's a completely fabricated slice of Pog history built with love for the art that inspired it. Whilst I produce all my finished work digitally, I still bust out a sketchbook and pens when I want to crack open an idea with no limitations. This project has been no exception, and I've been low-key developing ideas for this for the best part of a year. I'm not someone who keeps my sketchbooks as pristine documents. These things are meant to get messy. Anything goes in here because it's all about unfiltered creativity, and whilst that might mean that 90% of it is rubbish, there are going to be at least a couple of pages that spark ideas that might become something more, like this Pog zine.
And I admit that I'm not always the best at following through, but then that's what I've got you guys here for, to keep me accountable. So yeah, the Unofficial Guide to Rejected Pog Designs. It's almost finished, and I cannot wait to share it with you when it's done.
That's why I bought this stack of Pogs. I didn't just want to refamiliarise myself with them for nostalgia's sake, although that has been fun. I had the idea for the zine already percolating in the back of my mind, and once it started to take shape, I knew that I wanted to take a proper look at Pogs again to make sure I wasn't just relying on my memory. I wanted to look at them with an adult eye and understand what made them so good.
This was a collectible, playable, pocket money game that combined a recognisable brand mascot with a countercultural artistic edge. And it was this blend of creativity and commerce that made the game such a huge success, and also did its bit to help turn a generation of kids into helpless consumers, which more or less brings us full circle.
So when all is said and done, would I want to turn these designs into actual playable Pogs?
Of course I would. Am I going to do it? That's a harder question to answer.
The zine comes first. That's the real project here, and I'm looking forward to being able to tell you all at home when and where you can go and get it. After that, if I'm still feeling the love for Pogs, then yeah, I will turn these designs into milk caps for you, me, everybody to enjoy.
But if I get to that point and the interest has left me faster than you can say 90s fad, then we both know that it's not going to happen.
My focus is the book. I'm going to get this done, and then we'll go from there.
That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really grateful that you stuck around. Whether you're here for the Pogs or for me or along for the whole ride, it really means a lot. Did you collect Pogs? Did you have a favourite series? Did you even care if they were official? Let us know down in the comments. And if you're new here, then hit subscribe so you can stay in the loop for when the zine goes live, and to keep up to date with all the other good stuff that I'm working on. I'll see you next time.